Welcome to City Dice Sports. The NFL is here, and so are we. I'm back. The preseasons are ongoing, and I'm delving into the fantasy football. It's never too early to draft. It might be about a month before the NFL kicks off. I want to see what people is thinking right here. We're going to see exactly what people are thinking. Don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel, and you're going to be getting all NFL content going into the season, soccer, football content as well. You're going to get NBA content when the NBA starts in November. But I'm going to get right into it. While I get right into it, we're going to actually be talking about all the different strategies, what we're looking at, the players we're avoiding, and the players we actually want for the draft. So, I'm not going to waste too much time here. While the draft is ongoing, I picked the number 4 overall pick. I like being around the middle to start this stuff just to see where the number one overall pick actually goes right away. Before I make my selection, there are multiple strategies. A few things you want to know about fantasy football. If you're going to be playing any fantasy football, the chances are, if you're watching this video, you've played fantasy football before. If you have not, you want to try it out. It's fun. It's a way to pick individual players' performances instead of teams over the course of the season. So, we're going to get right into the draft here. Ooh, I'm next. Let's see. So we got Bijan Robinson going number 1, Jamal Chase number 2, Saquon Barkley number 3. Of course, that leaves. I'm gonna get Jahmyr Gibbs here, just the best player available at this spot. So Jahmyr Gibbs, I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs. Or see this is gonna come back around soon. We're just gonna be discussing what people are thinking. The interesting thing here is who went number 1, Bijan Robinson is the first mock draft. After this, I'm going to do a video with all the different strategies, but we're going to also go through it. So right now, I'm not able to do the wide receiver in the first 2 rounds because I just got Jahmyr Gibbs. I was not in a position to get either Jamal Chase or I could have gotten Justin Jefferson at this spot if you think he's going to be really good, but I don't know if I want to take Justin Jefferson that high at number 4, considering that he has a new quarterback in JJ McCarthy. I am not one of the people that thinks JJ McCarthy would automatically have an excellent year in the NFL this season. So I'm not automatically trying to get Justin Jefferson. So let's see how this has gone. So it seems like it's running back heavy early. So we had Bijan Robinson going number 1. So Bijan Robinson going number 1, that's interesting. So it's not Saquon Barkley, not Jamal Chase. Bijan Robinson went number 1 in this draft just to see how people are thinking about it. So I'm guessing people are really high that he's going to make the jump to be a top fantasy player in 2025. Just gonna go through the first round here. Bijan Robinson, first overall, Jamar Chase, second overall, Saquon Barkley, third overall, Jahmyr Gibbs, which I did pick here, fourth overall, CD Lamb, fifth, Justin Jefferson fell. CD Lamb, fifth, Amon-Ra St. Brown, sixth, Justin Jefferson, seventh, Derrick Henry, eighth. Nico Williams is a first round pick in this draft. It's a 10-team PPR league, so we're going to be prioritizing players that actually catch the ball because you get 1 extra point per reception. That means players like Jahmyr Gibbs that catch the ball out of the backfield will be really valuable. That kind of reduces Saquon Barkley's value because he doesn't catch a lot of balls out of the backfield from Jalen Hurts. Not because he cannot, but not something that they did a lot of last year. So we're going to round out the first round here. Christian McCaffrey going 10th overall. Injury concerns. That makes a whole lot of sense. Brian Thomas Jr., the star wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars, going 11th overall. Puka Nacua is 12th. Ashton Genty is going 13th overall, the rookie, first round, 6th overall pick, rookie for the Las Vegas Raiders. So second round here, we're picking number 17. In the second round here, I would have liked to go an running back strategy, but no. There's some really valuable players here. This kind of Malik Neighbors is going to be amazing here. I know he's not getting the best quarterback play this year. It's Russell Wilson, but Malik Neighbors was fantastic last year. Brian Thomas Jr. is already gone. That would have been another player that I would love at this point. Football, because of injury risk, I want young players. I want players that doesn't have a lot of treads on their tires yet. That gives you a really good chance. So this is a really quick draft, 30 seconds each time. I know Kyron Williams just got a new deal for the LA Rams, so I guess at least for this first year, they're going to run him to the ground. I want value here. I already got Malik Neighbors. I got Jameer Gibson. I could get a quarterback here, like Jackson, Josh Allen, but I'm going to take Kyron Williams here. Another running back. Next pick, I want a quarterback, but there's no guarantee you're going to get that. So we're going to prepare for the next pick really, really quickly here. This draft is going really fast, and that means I would have a lot of time before the draft comes around to me. This is where you actually want to pay attention. A lot of the top 3 rounds are popular players and star players that you might be aware of, but this is where you start kind of getting value. It's when you get down to the spot in the draft, starting from the 4th round. I want a quarterback here. I want one of the top quarterbacks, but if I don't get any of them, I'm just going to let it slide and go right down. At the spot that I'm going to be drafting, I want young players. Garrett Wilson will definitely be a player I want at this spot. If he falls, Terry McLaurin is having his current negotiation issues with the Washington Commanders. So Kenneth Walker could have a big year. We got Zach Charbonnet right behind him right in Seattle. So he's gone in the 30th pick. That's not coming to me. Got 6 picks until my turn. This is going fast and furious, so gotta keep up. Jalen Hurts is the only top other quarterback that's still available at this spot. Omarion Hampton would be a really good player. Let's see if he falls. If I want to actually do that or get other players, I'm definitely not taking Brees Hall. Mike Evans, he's fallen, but I'm definitely not taking Mike Evans. I want young players with an upside. Cortland Sutton just signed a new deal. I like that. George Pickens is in a new situation in Dallas. We'll see how that plays out. But at this spot here right now, I would absolutely take Davante Adams at this value for the LA Rams. Puka Nacua would be between Puka Nacua and Davante Adams, who's a better player? That's actually questionable. So you actually got to think about that. Davante Adams is going to step into the Cooper Cup, not 1-for-1 Cooper Cup role, but he's going to be replacing Cooper Cup as a star wide receiver for the LA Rams. So I like one of these 2 receivers here that I'm going to be getting, either Davante Adams or you're getting some value. I'm not taking Tyreek Hill. I don't know what's going on in Miami over there. Tyreek Hill had a really bad year last year. Tua Tagovailoa would not stay healthy. I got 19 seconds before my next draft. So I gotta actually hurry up with a decision here. The New York Jets and Fields, that's not a good quarterback situation. Michael Stafford injured, not a perfect quarterback situation, but the value amazing. I'm gonna go with Garrett, the young player for the New York Jets, and hope Justin Fields is gonna find him the ball. If nothing, throw him 1 yard passes, and he's gonna take it, do something good with it. So I'm gonna go with Garrett Wilson in the 4th round. This is kind of interesting here. So I'm getting Jameer Gibbs, 4th overall pick. In the 1st round, 17th overall pick, Malik Neighbors. I got Kyron Williams in the 3rd round. And in the 4th round, I got Garrett Wilson. Now, for my 5th round pick, I'm looking at the players that might follow. Omarion Hampton would be a really good pick here for the Chargers. We know Jim Harbaugh wants to run the ball for the LA Chargers. Najee Harris, something happened, and he might not actually be starting the season playing. That's the running back out of Pittsburgh. So you see, this is the thing with actually running the draft. Doesn't get to me in the 5th round because somebody went up and snapped Omarion Hampton. Chuba Hubbard got paid last year. That's a good option for Carolina Panthers. Absolutely runs with absolute ran really well last year. But here I'm looking for players. I really love Cortland Sutton here. We all know Sean Payton would want to throw him the ball. Bo Nix is pretty good. There's a risk to that. You want actually players that you can count on. I had got 10 seconds before the draft here, so I'm gonna be quick. Sam Laporta is available at tight end. Mike Andrews, Travis Kelsey, no. Can you imagine looking at Travis Kelsey and saying, no, I think Mike Andrews' role is going to be reduced because Isaiah Likely is going to eat into that. DJ Hawkinson would be a good value out here, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to get James Conner. Aaron Rodgers actually got Scotland Sutton out there. Couldn't get that decision in quickly. Scotland Sutton was the next player. I was actually thinking about the Scotland Sutton pick here instead of between him, James Conner, considering that Scotland Sutton Bo Nix has to play really well for Cortland Sutton to actually pay off this season. For that, I still like that pick. I was really thinking about that pick with James Conner. This is a fire round. This gotta be quick. I gotta get ready for my next spot here. Looking around the next spot to put on the queue on this Yahoo Fantasy Draft. It's a mock draft. We're gonna get ready. It's about a month up before the start of regular season. I gotta see how people are actually thinking, and I gotta get ready for it. And I'm gonna help you all see also what other people are actually thinking here. Put your comments in the sections. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I'm looking here, DJ Moore, Chicago. I do have the players that I actually like as well at this spot. So let's see. George Pickens is here. Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle has some value here. He's a young player. He's still about 25 years old. For Miami, so you can get some good value here. You got Zay Flowers. Coming up, Caleb Johnson for Pittsburgh, replacing Najee Harris. Isaiah Pacheco is healthy. Coming up that injury, that's scary. No Chris Olave for me this year. I don't know what the quarterback situation is in New Orleans. Patrick Mahomes is still available down here. I'm just gonna put that. Travis Hunter is somewhere down here. So gonna keep that in mind. Xavier Wardy for Kansas City Chiefs. I also here that might actually get that might that's like kind of has his kind of body shape and has a chance to get injured at any second. I got Joe Burrow on here. If I want a quarterback, I got 15 seconds quarterback options. I like Baker Mayfield as well. Bo Nix. So gonna go back to Jalen Waddle still at the top here. I'm gonna pick Zaya Checo would be the player I actually pick here to increase my running back depth. Oh, I love my running backs here. I got Jamie Gibbs, Karen Williams, and Isaiah Pacheco. Gotta get ready for the next one. It's coming up really fast. Chris Olave, New Orleans Saints. Oh, that would be a good one. Still gonna be avoiding that completely. Tony Pollard, Tennessee. I love Tony Pollard. Looking here, Aaron Jones as well. Tuesday, definitely no Joe Mixon, Brian Robinson Jr., Jalen Warren. I want a quarterback now. I'm going to probably be getting two quarterbacks. I want my first quarterback at this spot. And, I think Arizona is going to be really good. I'm going to reach here and I'm going to go back to Kyler Murray. I might be able to, no, I'm going to want a quarterback, a two-way quarterback in this draft on a player like Calamari. I know he plays well in the first 8 weeks, usually before he kind of fades off. I want to take that and see if I can get another quarterback later in this draft. So I got 11 picks until my turn. It's a really quick draft, and the players in this draft right now are actually killing it in terms of speed. Absolutely killing it in terms of speed here for the draft. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna go right back into it here. So I got 10 more picks to my turn. So just gonna take a little break just to say a few things. So I think the draft is going amazing so far. Just a little break to just see what's going on here. We're gonna get back into the draft here. I can't assume that this is not gonna go quickly. It is moving really, really fast. Let's see. Got four more picks. My next player here that I like is Travis Hunter. We know the two-way concerns about him, so he's falling really deep. Travis Hunter is a really good player. He's a rookie, but I'm gonna actually take him off here and try to find a more proven player. at this spot. I want a tight end now. Let's see what's available in tight end. Mike Andrews and Travis Kelce still there. Both players are falling fast in this draft. You know what? I don't want Mike Andrews. Travis Kelce is gone. I wanted Travis Kelce at that spot. David Njoku, who's going to be throwing the ball to the chief himself. David. Mike Andrews is still available here. I got players down the line that I wouldn't mind. At this point, we're just streaming tight ends. So I'm gonna get another value player on here. Travis Hunter will be the player, but Rom Odunze might actually have a second year improvement with his relations. So I'm gonna get Odunze from in this spot as well. So that I'm gonna get the tight end in the next spot before all the reasonable players or tight ends are gone before it gets back to me. So we got 3 more picks before. Ooh, this is a really rapid fire one. So quarter Murray, it's our turn again. So this is the point. So we got Mike Andrews, Jalen Warren, Justin Fields, Ricky Pearsall. Definitely not getting Ricky Pearsall. With Geno Smith, Jacoby Myers could be a really, really good players. I'm definitely taking a really underrated player in my opinion every single year. So I like Jacoby Myers here. At this spot in the draft, someone just took Jordan Addison. He's going to be suspended for 3 games. That's a lot of value for that pick, actually. That's huge, huge value for that pick. Somebody is picking the Denver defense with the 87th overall pick. Even though I think you want to be getting players here instead of special teams, I understand why you take the Denver defense. Denver defense is going to be pretty good this year. So, got 4 more picks until it's my turn. Here, we're just going for value. I got Kyler Murray. I want to make sure that there is sufficient backup. Justin Fields, a good option for me. Bo Nix, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert. Players I think that can really outperform. You got Jared Goff here too. So you want players that can be playing really bad teams and get a lot of touchdowns against those teams. Justin Herbert, they run the ball a little too much in LA. Dak Prescott, he has 2 weapons now that he can throw the ball. So I actually like Dak Prescott for Dallas at this spot, as well as Jared Goff would be another player I would at this spot. So someone takes Scatterbo for the New York Giants, the rookie, the rambling Scatterbo of the New York Giants coming off of Arizona State. So I would take here, and this is moving quickly. Next spot is pretty soon. You got Josh Downs. I'm looking for a tight end here now. This is where I'm definitely taking a tight end before I somehow lose the player that I am targeting for tight end. Jake Ferguson has a really good chance to be a pretty good player. Um, at tight end, so you got tight end. Jake Ferguson, Dallas Goddard is always injured. Dalton Kincaid can definitely take the leap needed. John Smith is not going to get more touches than Fryermuth, so that's not a good pick. And see, nobody wants Kyle Pitts, neither do I as well. So at this spot, it's going to be Jake Ferguson for me or Dalton Kincaid with the next pick and my tight end one. So you might as well be streaming tight end here, and I need 2. So if I get Jake Ferguson, I want to get Dalton Kincaid. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get Jake. Fetch Dalton Kincaid fall to me. I want that. The other player I want is the rookie Tyler Warren of Indianapolis. I'm a top 15 pick for that Indianapolis team. Zach Ertz, too old for me. You got Brenton Strange from Jacksonville. That could also be a better player. Jono Smith is being ranked ahead of Pat Fryermuth. I don't think he's gonna get a better look than Fryermuth in that offense. Chig Okonkwo with the rookie number 1 overall quick pick could have some value some weeks. But here, you might want a little bit of the Philadelphia offense, even though you know A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith is going to eat. I would get Hunter Henry for touchdown and his understanding with Drake May in New England. So I still want that tight end backup. So what do we have right now? Kyler Murray, quarterback, wide receiver ones, Malik Neighbors and Garrett Wilson, running back one and running back two, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyron Williams, tight end one, Jake Ferguson, Cortland Sutton, and backup running back, Isaiah Pacheco, backup receivers, Odunze, and Jacoby Myers, backup quarterback, Dak Prescott. So I actually need another running back for sure, and a tight end as well. So that would be my target. Let's take a look at the value running backs are here. We got Tanks Bisbee. I don't want anything to do with Javonte Williams. Not even in the very least. Nothing. Absolutely nothing to do with Javonte Williams at now. That makes it tough. I'm gonna go back to tight end, see if I can get that back up. I got Brenton Strange. I'm gonna take Hunter Henry and the current understanding he already has with Drake May in New England. At this point, you're just trying to make sure you get your team balanced and get the best value. I want young players now, so I'm gonna get the best value of a young player that I think is gonna have a great season. Cooper Kupp. Oh, I want Cooper Kupp. I know he's. This is. I'm definitely. If Cooper Kupp falls to me here, I'm definitely taking Cooper Kupp. I'm definitely taking Michael Pittman Jr. I'm looking for anything, the best value that you can get, the players that are able to actually be really good. Let's see running back, if there are any rookie running backs that has a chance still left on the board. Tank Bisbee, Travis Etienne, don't like any one of those two. Maybe a little bit of Travis Etienne. No Rashad White, no Trey Benson, Ray Davis has a chance, Tyler Algier. Vision is not going to let him see the light of the brilliant Ellen. If there's an injury to be Bryce Hall, Nick Chubb, don't know exactly. I want to put Nick Chubb there just in case. Blake Corum, there's nothing for him. Kyler Williams just got paid for the LA Rams, so there's nothing coming up there. So I get no value in there. So I want the young player. I want Cooper Kupp or Michael Pittman Jr. Just fell too deep in this draft. Usually in a draft like this, just because it's a mock draft, I'm gonna get a defense here and a kicker as well, just for preference sake. And that would be concluding this first mock draft preparing for the NFL season. That was a quick fire one. I actually enjoyed it. There was no minute here that was a dull moment. So I'm gonna get one up or Michael Pittman. You know, Cooper Kupp is a former offensive player of the year with the LA Rams. I just can't pass an opportunity to say he comes back, he's healthy, and he plays decent. And get Cooper Kupp here, and I'm gonna get so the kicker I would want. Interesting question. Would you value a kicker more than a defense? If you ask me, I think defenses tend to be more consistent than kickers. So I like the Houston defense. I like the New York Giants defense. Are they gone? Those Giants defense might actually cause a lot of havoc. Giants defense is gone. I see this draft. I see people are actually doing their job. People are actually putting in the work to find out who the good defenses are. So I would say Houston, I think, is going to have a pretty good defense on this list. I think the good defenses in the Broncos and some of the top rated defenses are already gone. But I like Houston that's left here. So that's my main target. Chargers defense, we'll see. Chargers really play a slow tempo game with the running game. So that helps their defense a bit. Philadelphia defense lost a lot of good players. I don't like that. Baltimore. Oh, I love the Baltimore defense. That was a fantastic defense from December last year in the NFL. Really, really going quick. 7 picks until my turn. 2 more picks here to go. Defense made the decision on that. For kicker, it's anything, but you want the team that scores a lot of points. So which team do you think is going to score a lot of points? Detroit Lions, they play in the dome. I want dome teams as well. Teams that play outside of the elements actually in a dome without the elements being an issue. You want team kickers too, teams that rely on field goals a lot. You know, the Pittsburgh Steelers are not gonna give up an opportunity to keep a field goal. So I like Chris Boswell as well. On here, you want teams that can score the ball. Evan McPherson for Cincinnati. The Bengals score a lot of points, but they score more touchdowns than field goals. I like conservative teams. They score points, but also love kicking a field goal when they get a chance. I like Detroit here. I like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh will probably be my as well. First, we're gonna go get our defense. Houston defense is still here. That option, Will Anderson and Derek Stingley Jr. I think that defense is gonna still be pretty decent, and by D'Amico Ryans also being the coach for that. So one more pick here, Jake Bates or Chris Boswell, and that would round up my team for this draft. That was an interesting draft. Just gonna go through a few teams here, just their starting players. We got Patrick Mahomes, Davante Adams, Xavier Wardy, Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, Trey McBride, or Marion Hampton. For this team, I definitely prefer my team here than this team. So let's go through my team again. Quarterback one, Kyler Murray. Two-way player. Well, I know that, but by week 10, he might not be playing as well. But from week 1 to week 10, dynamic player in the red zone, gets the chance to also run the ball for touchdowns. You know he's gonna this is gonna be an interesting year. Gotta prove it. Also second year for the coach as well. So the players will be looking to actually play. They did play for the coach last year, but they did play hard. That's I'm talking about Arizona in this point. So this is where I get my last pick, exactly who I wanted. Chris Boswell is here. I get, and that's my team. Now I can actually recap my team with this first mock draft. It's Kyler Murray. It's my quarterback. I love that as a quarterback. I didn't have to draft him high at all. His bye week is week 8. I just noticed something. This is something you want to be looking at. 3 of my players, or my most important players, quarterback, running back, bye weeks are week 8. So that's not good. That's the good thing is it's just the running back. So I have my backup running back, Isaiah Pacheco. It's week 10, so that would help with that. So got to plan that out. It's also important to look at the bye weeks when doing this draft. So just saw that. This was a really quick fire draft. Really loved it. So to summarize my team, Kyler Murray at quarterback, I love it. Malik Neighbors and Garrett Wilson, 2 young players. Garrett Wilson getting paid. Malik Neighbors, second year, absolutely fantastic player for the New York Giants. Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyron Williams, doing all backs for their team. There's nothing much to say about Kyron Williams and Jahmyr Gibbs. Jake Ferguson with Dallas has an opportunity there. There's going to be the two. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot because they can't run the ball. So I like Jake Ferguson to get some touchdowns here, get a run as well. Flex position, Cortland Sutton, wide receiver 1, got paid for Denver Broncos. Isaiah Pacheco in my bench. Ron Odunze, second year in the league with Caleb Williams, improved that connection with Caleb Williams and the new coach from the Detroit Lions. That should help the offense. Jacob Myers, always reliable. Dak Prescott, in case he gets a shootout game that I really like. Hunter Henry and Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp can just be the game changer at this point. I'm going to be targeting Cooper Kupp late in the drafts if this is how far it's actually going to be falling in the drafts. Okay, so that would be mock draft 1. It's over about a month. There's going to be a lot of things going on in preseason, injuries, high players feeling better, a lot of reports coming out of camp. So just to get a feel of how people are thinking as of right now in August. Gonna do multiple of this with different approaches to it as well for the draft finally. But yeah, if you kind of got any file, if you got any kind of value from this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot of NFL content in the CT Dice. This is CT Dice Sports. That was a quick fire one. Absolutely loved it. I'm going to have a whole lot more of that for the rest of the season. Quick fire mock draft. First one to go. The NFL is back, and so are we. Peace.